So, this is going to be my third attempt at this episode. And it's so funny. I accidentally exited out. And of course, I didn't save the file. And so I'm just having a grand old time trying to do this episode for you. But things happen, and that's just part of what makes life interesting. So I'm rolling with it. I'm actually just put the boys down to bed. So I'm going to do this through my phone and hopefully we get a good quality sound with this. But let's get started. Hello. My name is Jackie Poole, and I am the host of Happiness is a Healthier Habit. And here we chat about mom, weight loss, life, habits, and literally we chat about everything in between. And today's episode, it's already a little different because I'm doing this recording through my phone, but also it's really getting back on track with what you said you're going to do. I get a lot of questions on how do you stay motivated to keep working out, to exercise. Maybe it's something that you don't like to do. Maybe it's something that it's really hard for you with your schedule. You might not have the time. You might have a couple of kids that are in sports, that are in bands, that are, busy. You might have a newborn that your sleep is not quite there yet. There's so many things that could be going on in your life that really affect you getting back on track with specifically exercising, because that is something that I get questioned a lot. How do I stay motivated to not miss a day, to keep on going, to keep doing it? I don't like working out, or I don't like strength training, and so again, life is never easy. Spring break was last week for me and my kiddos. And it started Friday night. I had to take my son to the urgent care because his finger was completely swollen with pus. And so I drained it myself, but I didn't think it was good enough. So I just wanted to go get a doctor, make sure I got it all right. And so that was a $100 visit at 9:00 at night by myself, hauling 3 kids. So believe me when I tell you, I know things happen. And so when spring break was last week, right? So all my kids were with me literally 24/7. So of course, our routine was going to be changed. They were going to be with me. We were not waking up at our usual 5:30. We were waking up, getting out of bed at 8. We were eating much later. We were getting up much later. We were going to sleep much later. So of course, things definitely change. I try to keep as much as, as far as schedules go, the same. But, we were on spring break. The kids want to stay up later. They want to do different things, and that's okay. But that is one thing that I did not sacrifice. And that's something that you have to communicate to your family if that's something that you really want to prioritize. They know, even my little one knows, we're going to work out. That's what mommy's going to do first thing in the morning. And we've been doing it so long now that they don't even question me. They know. They're not asking me, can we go do this? Can we go do that? They know mommy's going to work out first. And that's something that you really have to, if that's something that you want to make a priority, then you should communicate that to your family so they know and they're in the same boat and they're cheering you on some of those exercises. They were with me. They were doing the workouts. And that is something that I did not sacrifice throughout the spring break just because my routines were changed and things were moved around. So it got done. Not needless to say, again, things happen. I had to go to the urgent care, or we were sleeping late. And if you miss a day or two, it's not like it's the end of the world. But when you start missing, like 3 days in a row, it kind of gets really hard to get back on track on that fourth day. You start saying, well, I'll go on the weekend. That's 5 days. Well, I'll start next week. That's 1 week. Well, excuses start to creep up. And that's how we start kind of losing those good habits and kind of regressing back to our old behaviors. So you kind of have to catch yourself doing those things, because motivation is going to come and go. You should not rely on your motivation to keep you going, to keep you consistent. It's all about your mindset. Your mindset is really going to trigger those behaviors, those actions. And the more you do it, it's like a muscle. The more you do it, the more you believe, the more positive beliefs that you have in yourself, those behaviors are going to be reinforced by those results that you start having. So let's say, exercising is not your thing, you don't like working out, you really need to find something that you're going to enjoy. For example, when I first started my journey years ago, I started doing Zumba. I didn't start, going to the gym. That's something I did when I was younger, but I never stuck to it. I never really found something. The gym was kind of a scary place for me to go as an 18-year-old. It was just, I didn't know what I was doing. I would just go to the cardio machines and that was pretty much it. And I would leave. The weights were not something that I was interested in at the time. And, after my son, I just, couldn't really find something that I liked. And when I joined the Zumba communities, there was so much positivity, so much encouragement. Everybody was so glad to see each other. And it got to the point where, people loved going this much. We would get early to class, right? And people would place like water bottles in front of the class. And that was like their spot, their territory of what they were going to do. And so there's so many things that you can approach as far as movement. You can just go for a walk. You can just run if that's something that you used to do or that you're trying to do. I was trying that Nike app Run Club, and it's really great and motivating for beginners. So if that's something that you might want to endure or start trying out, that is a great app. And I really liked it the couple of times that I've used it. So there's that, there's walking, there's swimming, there's Pilates. There's, just doing your own thing. There's free workouts. The one that I personally use is the Fit On app. So when I get bored of just being in my garage and doing my workout, sometimes I just want to do the workout. I don't want to think about it. I just want somebody to tell me what to do. That's what you get from these free workouts. You choose what you want to do. If you want to do a HIIT, if you want to do a strength training, if you just want to do ab workouts, if you want to stretch, meditate, there's everything that you can think of. There's Zumba in there. Anything that you can think of, it's on the Fit On app. So that's a great way to start. You can put that on your phone. You can put that on your, Roku TV. You can stream it from your phone on your TV if you have a smart TV. There's really no So one of the most important things to have in check to not only help you with weight loss, but have great skin, to balance your hormones, to have vaginal health, all of these things, your gut is really the master brain of all of this. It is the second brain. Your gut is really 70% of your immune system, and it speaks to every part of your body. And so it is very important and crucial to have a great gut health. And one thing that I've seen as a big difference in my regimen, in my morning routine, is taking the one-of-a-kind Prebiotic Access. It is so awesome to not have to swallow pills. It is just simply, I add it to my shake, I add it to my oatmeal, or I love to take it with my chocolate trim. It tastes like a chocolate crunch bar. It is that good. And so when I mix those two, what happens is not only do you get a probiotic, you get a pre and a postbiotic to help you not only with your brain and cognitive health, it's going to improve your microbiome diversity. It's going to increase the density, which that means it's going to help you absorb all the nutrients and all of the things that you are needing from the foods that you are consuming. It's going to boost all of your gut and microbiome so it can be in its optimal state, so you can be in an optimal wellness being state. And that's all we want. We want to be able to function as our bodies should. And one of the best ways to do it is taking this one-of-a-kind Belet delivery system. And again, no pills. You just add it to your oatmeal, to your shake, or as a spoonful. So what I have for you is a $10 off coupon referral link, which you get when you make a first-time purchase. So I can't wait for you to try it and start seeing those amazing results. No way for you to not know what you like or know what you don't want to do, because really it's just trying things out and finding what you like. So how to stay motivated, I mentioned earlier, is more about that mindset that's going to affect those behaviors that you're going to do. And the more you do them, the more you're going to be consistent. Why? Because you're going to start feeling and seeing those results that come from those things that come from exercising, like energy and more alert. You feel more happy. People think that they're going to be so tired, that they're going to be so drained from working out, but it's actually the opposite. When you exercise, you get all of these endorphins, you get all that blood flow going, you're drinking water, you feel so energized when you are done working out. I mean, it's the total opposite of what you think when you exercise. So that is something that when you start doing consistently and you start feeling and seeing the difference, like your clothes start fitting better, or you just naturally start feeling stronger. Personally, I love strength training because it's not even about the weight scale anymore. It's about how many I can do 25 push-ups in a row. I can do 7 pull-ups in a row, things that motivate you. It's funny because a few weeks ago, we had ordered a really big mirror for our living room, and I was really excited. It was about 71 inches tall and like 30 inches wide. And so it was a really big mirror, and I was really excited when we ordered it, and I opened it and it was broken. And I was like, no. So I had to tape it back up, put it in the truck, and I, thank God it was Amazon. They make, returning things so easy. So here I am, carrying this like 80-pound box into the truck, and then I have to take it to the UPS. And it's just like me. If you know me, I'm 5'1", and I'm very short. And so I'm taking this like big old box outside the next morning. And my neighbor's looking at me, and he's busy, but he's looking at me and he's like, should I help? Should I not? But I got it. I got it in the truck. I drove it to the store, and here I am. I'm with my 2-year-old. I'm like, stay right here. And I'm carrying this, big old box. And I had him hold the door, and I'm here struggling with this box, but I'm thinking like, I got this, I can do this. And there's this guy that's just looking at me and like struggling, and he asked to help. And I was like, no, I got it. And I refused to get his help because I wanted to do it. And those are the things that make you feel empowered. Like, I don't need your help. Like, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you asking. At least you asked. But feeling empowered with your own strength, with your own body, that you're capable of doing just basic daily things. And that is what keeps me motivated to continue working on my strength, continue working on my own self and growing. Because when you just stay the same, you kind of just, things die and fizzle out. And just think of, a flower, when you're not watering them or giving them food, they're going to die. So it's kind of the same thing for you. If you do not consistently keep on going and keep on trying to better yourself, then you're just going to stay stuck in the same place. And so the one tip that I have for you today is how to stay consistent and how to stay on track for April. I want this to be actionable for you. I want you to be able to take a step and decide that you're going to do something for yourself. And so no matter what you think you can do, I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to be able to say, I did it, and have this accountability. So in the show notes, I will attach an April calendar, or if you want to just get any other calendar or mark it on your own, however you want to do it. But basically, think of a goal that you want to do as far as movement goes. It can be walking. It can be, 5 minutes. It can be 10 minutes. It can be just downloading the app and deciding to do, stretching or whatever you want to do, as long as you think you can complete it. But again, you want to challenge yourself to motivate yourself to do something that is going to be a little hard for you, but also attainable and reachable. So the goal of this, calendar is for you to write your goal, what you want to focus on, whether it be, I want to walk in the mornings at least 2 times a week, or I want to strength train, 3 times a week, or I want to start running. I'm going to walk a mile every day. Whatever it is for you, I want you to write the goal in the calendar and just mark the days and actually write what you're going to do. So let's say you're going to walk on the weekends 2 miles, Saturday and Sunday. You're going to write that on Saturday and Sunday, you're going to walk the 2 miles. If that's your goal, write it down and write it every Saturday and Sunday. So whatever your goal is, write it down, write it on the day of, write what you're going to do, because writing things down is kind of sending that signal to your brain, like she's more serious. She's really wanting to do what she's thinking, right? And it brings it more to pen and paper. You're likely to see it. You're going to put this calendar somewhere where you can see it every day. And then once you start getting these done, crossing those days off or checking those days off is going to feel so good. You accomplish something. And slowly this month, whatever it is, you're going to get back into that exercising habit, back into that movement, because movement is so important for longevity and good health. And there's just so many good things that come out from sweating and, getting rid of toxins and all of that good stuff. Brings you energy. You start bringing more positive mindset behaviors and and those thoughts really start to spring into those really good behaviors. And ultimately, what you're seeing is just the blooming results that are coming from these awesome changes that you decide to make. So again, it's really important to, have that goal, write it down, cross or check whatever you're decided to do, but having that accountability for yourself, not just saying that you're going to do these things, because saying that you're going to do it might not be enough for you to get back on track to doing that. And so when we talk about all of these things, exercising is just one part of our overall wellness, right? We also have our mental health, and all we want to do is really feel good overall. So you want to implement some mind goals as well. Maybe having a gratitude, writing what you're grateful for every day, or reading a book for self-improvement, finding something else to do. Or maybe it might be just getting some negative thoughts from you, or staying away from negative news. So when you wake up in the mornings, maybe you might not want to turn on the news right away, or, not engage in social media right away, or really, something that will really encourage you to be more positive and stay away from the negative. So overall results that will encourage you to keep increasing your mindset to get back on track, but also includes your overall wellness being, because it's not just about your physical health. It's what you're feeding yourself overall that is going to, let your longevity last for and maintain those results for a lifetime, right? Because that's what we want. We want this to be a lifetime. We want this to be a forever thing. We want to be as healthy and as long as possible, not only for us, but for our family, for our kids. But ultimately you matter, and making those decisions now are going to make such a big improvement on the health for the rest of your life. So for today's action, and next month, you'll have this calendar, and I really want to hear what you come up with, what you decide to do. I would really love for you to share this with me and see how it goes. How do you feel? If you need an accountability partner, share that calendar with me. I would love to hear what you guys are doing or what you guys decide to do, and share this episode to anybody who you think might benefit from having this accountability and just getting back on track, right? Because we want to get moving. We want to get back on it. We don't just want to stay stagnant. And this is a great opportunity to kind of reset, restart, and start developing those good habits. So you can email me at happieryou@gmail.com, and that will be in the show notes. Again, I would love to hear what you come up with. And please, if you appreciated the episode today, hopefully I can get it in and have no more issues. I'm really excited about this one. And so share it out. Let me know. And you guys have a great day.